UI got damaged or corrupt missing. That was it. All your contacts were gone. So it's kind of an improvement in a way, but it's a little clunky navigating that thing. You can't just do a search in there and it'll bring people up, but it's just a little clunky, I think. I have it turned off. Let me turn it on. The Windows gadgets. If I can find this thing, sidebar. They call it the sidebar. Sidebar open. In Mac OS, you have what's called widgets. These go onto the dashboard. And what the widgets are in Mac OS are little programs that let you view the weather, look at a calendar real quick, do address lookups, conversions, calculators, things like that, sticky notes. They got a little sticky note. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Vista one again. But widgets in Mac OS, gadgets in Windows Vista. Now, obviously, it's a blatant ripoff. I mean, they call them almost the exact same thing as what it is in the Mac. They might as well just call it widgets, but I'm pretty sure Apple has a copyright or something on there. So anyway, you usually have 3 on here by default. The clock, you got the news feeds, and then that really annoying picture slideshow. Okay, as you can see on here, you just drag, you drop them on there. With the Mac OS, you just hit the plus sign, the little thing pops up, and you do pretty much the same thing. You drag, you drop it in there. Your little contacts thing if you really wanted it. If I had email in there, it'd probably be a little bit more useful, but just, I mean, how do I go back? Oh, that's out. So, not only do they have basically the same name, they do basically the same thing. They do look a little bit different, the way you configure them. I kind of like the one in Vista, how to configure it a little bit better. In the Mac OS, you gotta look around for a little eye to click on, you hit that. In Vista, you always got on the right side a little wrench. It's supposed to be a wrench there. You click it, it brings up the configurator, and that's it. You just configure it and you're done with it. Other thing I do like about the one in Vista is you can easily just click them off. You just hit the X. But that could be annoying if you're fast clicking around. You could accidentally close out a widget that you just spent a bunch of time to configure. You're like, I don't want that. I want to. And then you're back at the default clock. You go through, reconfigure it. You got your pink gremlin, whatever the heck that thing is there. So I can see this one being a little bit easier, just to accidentally knock out. You just put your mouse over it and that's it. That's all it takes. They do have the RSS feed one directly in here. As you can guess, for both of them, you can go out there online, get the same, basically the same stuff. You got the Google one. The Google one for Vista seems very broken. I advise anybody not to get it. Do not get it. I've seen that actually crash the Windows sidebar numerous times. I think Google needs to improve their quality control or something, because that's a bit unacceptable. I can understand, once somebody's system gets messed up, but I've seen it quite a few times. So let's close that thing out, as I don't like wasting CPU resources. Obviously, the gadgets are more useful with the Home Premium. You got the Arrow interface. You don't have to worry about that weird gradient thing eating up more CPU time with the Arrow interface on. So keep that in mind if you decide to turn on the basic interface or are stuck with the basic interface. This is another thing. Notice the selection rectangle. It's kind of like the one in OS X. I mean, tons of looks just like it. The recycle bin, I find that looks a lot like the trash bin. I should actually get a side-by-side comparison. I wish I had that video switcher right now, because I just show you right on the Mac that this stuff looks so identical. It's just not even funny. I mean, it's absurd. But that's that. You got a few things on the Mac that's not on Vista. You do have that Media Center player in Vista, which is kind of their attempt to make front row. If I open up Media Center, hopefully it doesn't bomb out the Cam Studio. Let's see, front row opens up a hell of a lot faster than this. Oh, it's because I haven't set it up before on this computer. How lovely. I'll just run setup later. See how it's just a lot like it. Go, oh, music library. Click that. And you got all this. See, I mean, what's this 15 and 31 here? So it's selection 31, selection 19. I mean, that thing, I'll see. Who's going to care that they're on selection 31 of something, you know? It's basically nothing more than Windows Media Player, of course, that's built into it. I mean, the flashing effects. Again, they have the gel effect. It's really the same thing. I thought I told it to play, but obviously you gotta jump through 50 other hoops. What I really like about the home row is not only does it come with a remote for the Mac OS. I mean, I'm not going to throw that one at Microsoft, but you literally click it, you hit next. There's not all that other stuff to go through. It's click play, you can play an entire folder, you can play the entire thing. It's simpler. I don't like the Media Center. I'm impressed by it. And I think that's really all the blatant stuff that Microsoft has just swiped from Apple there. I mean, it's just blatant. Of course, they created Movie Maker because, well, Mac OS has iMovie.